The Skywayman is a completely lost movie from 1920, starring Ormer Locklear. During the production, Locklear and his co-pilot Milton Elliot died after crashing during a night scene. The production company Fox kept their actual deaths in the movie in order to capitalize off it, which makes the whole story unsettling. On the night of August 2, 1920, a stunt was being filmed with floodlights to guide the pilots. Ormer Locklear and Milton were flying a biplane and asked the crew to turn off the lights as they approached the ground. The plane had flares on its wings to look like it was on fire, simulating a crash. However,
Making a picture for Fox. They were starring him in it, and he was doing some night flying, tailspin, and he said to the director, when I get down to the level of the oil wells, take the lights off me, the sunlight arcs. Take those lights off me, and I'll know where I am. I can come out of it. And he went into the tailspin, and they never took the lights off him.
blinded by the glare, the pilots misjudged their altitude and crashed, killing both instantly. Locklear's girlfriend, Viola Dana, witnessed the crash on set and got recorded. The scene, including Dana's shocked reaction, was left in the film, making it one of the first to show the real and horrifying deaths of its actors. No footage of the film is known to exist, but some production stills, advertisements, and photos of the crash have survived.
Fox rushed the Skywayman into release and announced that a share of the profits would be given to the families of Locklear and his co-pilots. 10%.
Although a lot of agencies reportedly attempted to locate the footage, it was discovered that it has been completely lost, leaving this case a mystery.
My name's Erwin Ralston. My parents are Donna and Larry Ralston of Englewood, Colorado. Whoever finds this, please make an attempt to get it to them. Be sure of it. I would appreciate it.
It's 26th April of 2003. Ralston was canyoneering alone in the Blue John Canyon in southeastern Utah. Ralston himself is a pretty experienced and trained outdoorsman. While he was walking, he unluckily stepped on a dislodged boulder, which pinned his right forearm against the canyon wall. Trapped and unable to free himself, Ralston spent 127 hours, which is about 5 days, with very limited food and water supplies, trying various methods to free his arm, but not succeeding. Realizing that no one knew his whereabouts and that his chances of rescue were slim, Ralston made the difficult decision to amputate his own arm to escape. The first attempts were very difficult for him, because he was using a dull multi-tool to cut through his forearm. Eventually, he made it, and even cut through his bones to free himself. Afterwards, he somehow rappelled down a 65-foot wall and hiked several miles before being rescued by a Dutch family who gave him water and immediately alerted the authorities. A rescue helicopter eventually arrived and transported him to the hospital, saving Ralston's life. Ralston's story of survival teaches the importance of safety on outdoor adventures to many. He's now an engineer and motivational speaker, but still, his footage remains very creepy to this day. Reynard Spivey. Reynard Spivey was part of the show Christina's Comedy, a show where different cases were discussed with judges, obviously all being scripted. Reynard played as a guard. In a part of the show, Sean went a little off with the script and said this.
How many times did you ask her for the money?
How could it be true love when I'm getting yelled at constantly like a child in my
People
own
in
house?
love, they yell at each other all the time.
Oh, that's
They
true.
don't have
Ask him,
nothing
he's
to
been
do.
married for how long?
Over 20-something years.
Over 27
Look at him though,
years.
he look mad. You don't look happy, brother. You don't look happy.
This seemed to have happened often to Reynard, being told that he wasn't happy. Reynard had apparently been married for 27 years. Even though this joke by Sean led to a very charming moment, no one knew how true it was at that time. A decade later, it was revealed that Reynold Spivey
He appeared on TV as a bailiff on a long-running judge show. Now the tables have turned, and he's found himself on the other side of the law. The Texas sheriff's deputy has now been charged with murdering his own wife.
killed his wife over an argument, shooting her twice, once in the arm and then in the chest. Who would have even expected such a phrase to become the truth? This case remains one of the darkest and creepiest moments in TV history. Tetsushi Yanagida. On Saturday, June 8th, a TV show on Japanese Miyazaki TV hosted a game show on rice fields. Competitors had to push the opponent into the mud without turning their body around. The last one standing on the platform would be declared as the winner, while the loser would be left in the mud. This is how it worked. You can see the contestant getting pushed in the big brown mud. On a later part of the show, the contestants convinced a man called Tetsushi Yanagida to join in the competition, which caused everything to take a dark turn. During the competition, Tetsushi fought against a participant that had seemingly already fallen before. As he stated, he immediately lost his balance and ended up falling into the mud head first and suffered a severe neck injury during the live broadcast in 2007. In a split second, Tetsushi ended up breaking his neck upon impact. His colleagues initially thought he was joking, leaving him inside the mud, which delayed immediate assistance and nearly resulted in him drowning in the mud. Despite the severity of his injuries, Yanagida miraculously survived the incident and was expected to be released from intensive care within a week. This tragic event remains one of the most chilling, dark events on TV. Buenos dias a todos interruption. On September 3rd, 2011, a tragic interruption occurred during a live TVN broadcast in Chile involving the popular TV show Buenos dias a todos, which is about different competitions being held on different days. On September the 3rd, Felipe Camioraga, a beloved Chilean television host, and several other figures were involved in a fatal plane crash. They were traveling to Juan Fernandez Archipelago as part of a humanitarian mission with the organization. While the show competitors were participating in a heated competition, the host Felipe had to halt everything.
Por favor, quiero que paren la competencia. Quiero que paren la competencia, por favor. Nos acaba de llegar una información muy difícil de entregar. No habíamos querido decir nada antes de chequear bien lo que estaba sucediendo porque compromete a personajes del canal, a personas muy queridas, a un equipo del canal, entre ellos Felipe Camiroaga y Roberto Bruce, que también estaba en aquel vuelo a la isla de Juan Fernández, según tengo entendido. Esa información que nos está llegando en este momento. El Ministerio de Defensa informó esta tarde al presidente de la República que un equipo de TVN iba al borde de una nave de la Fuerza Aérea de Chile que capotó en el archipiélago de Juan Fernández. Esto según informa el sitio latercera.cl y varios medios electrónicos también que se están sumando a la noticia en este momento. Según la información, la nave iba con al menos 18 tripulantes. Es la información que nos está llegando en este momento. Por favor, equipo de prensa, adelante ustedes.
¿Cómo están? Muy buenas tardes. Bueno, tenemos esta información de último minuto sobre un avión de la FACH, presuntamente un avión caza de la FACH, reportado como desaparecido en viaje al archipiélago de Juan Fernández. Estamos esperando declaraciones oficiales desde La Moneda. Va a hablar dentro de los próximos minutos el ministro de Defensa.
That same morning, his team had boarded a military aircraft for a mission. The plane attempted to land twice, but ultimately crashed into the sea, which resulted in the loss of all 21 passengers on board, including his team, which deeply affected the host and the Chilean public and led to TV shockwaves, where on many channels it was announced that his team members passed away. Over the course of the days, numerous bodies were found floating on the sea, While trying to land, the craft would disappear in the water, most likely due to the lack of fuel and sadly end the crew's lives. This event is remembered as a significant tragedy in Chile's television history. On top of that, the rescue team found out that a cameraman had filmed everything and everyone that was in the plane before the accident. Allegedly, the SD card of the cameraman was found inside of a plastic water bottle with the photos of the last moments on the plane, before everyone drowned. This tragic case remains one of the most shocking and disturbing moments in TV history. I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Have a nice day.